What's an intro? How do you do an intro? Do I have an intro?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys? Season 275 here with a Slay the Spire run, the first one on this account. Name stream. I do realize I am going to have to move my face a little bit. There we go. Okay. What do we want to do? Ironclad starts off with 80 health, 99 gold, 10 cards, strikes, defenses, and bash, up against the slime boss. We have a kind of interesting map here. All normal until it leads up to this guaranteed question mark, and only 2 campfires into the boss. So we're looking for elites. There's a possibility of a 3 path, so maybe we go fight, some events for maybe some gold. I kind of like. Got a nice tutorial to help me out. Do gotta change this. Okay. So I have played this a good bit, but doesn't mean that I can't learn some more. I realized I need my energy count to be shown.
What is the goal of this?
The goal of this, we're trying to slay the Spire. So we are climbing up the map. There are 3 of these acts that we are attempting to go all the way through. Currently we've only got the one character, the Ironclad, who kind of specializes in being a heavy hitter and using his health as a resource. This is a deck building roguelike game, which means that it's random every time. There's a seed that's displayed in the top right corner here. You can see what version I'm playing. I don't know what that...
Wait, is that what that is?
What?
The seed?
I think that's the seed right there.
Oh. I thought that was like... Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
So, we get to build a deck, and the deck changes how we fight certain enemies. So since we're fighting the slime boss... Not the slime boss, we're fighting Guardian. Never mind. I thought slime boss was always first for some reason. We're gonna go with Clothesline. Hard hit. Try to get the Guardian down quicker, as well as provide some weakening, which prevents him from doing as much damage. So cards are split into 3 different types. We've got attacks, we've got skills, and we've got powers. You can tell by the little text underneath the picture. So for these, probably hemokinesis. Start using our health as a resource. Card removals are always great. So we are technically on a difficulty called Ascension 0. As we go and beat more levels, we will get more and more Ascensions unlocked. They go up to 20. Shockwave seems pretty good. We got relics up here. Relics change how the game is played. Like Centennial Puzzle, the first time you lose HP. Each combat, draw 3 cards. Combat being each encounter. I do like Shockwave, but I do also like card removal. I unfortunately can't do both. I think it's probably rare to come across a Shockwave. And we get to go into our first Elite. Elites are fun because they drop a relic when killed, but they are a lot more difficult to kill. So we might end up taking a good bit of damage on this guy in particular. The Gremlin Knob special ability is Enrage. Whenever you play a skill, gain 2 strength. Sorry, my dog is playing with a squeaky toy that he finds absolutely enticing. Juzu Bracelet. Normal enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. That could be very, very good. We also get an energy potion, which allows us to gain 2 energy at any time. And we've got more cards to pick from. I like armaments. Gain 5 block, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. If you look at the upgraded form, all cards can be upgraded. Upgrade all cards in the rest of your hand. If I could read. Upgrade all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. Seems pretty strong. So we're going to probably go ahead and upgrade that at a campfire. We have 2 options at a campfire at the moment. We can rest to gain 30% of our HP, or we can upgrade 1 card. So, my first attack did Vulnerable. Vulnerable means enemies receive 50% more attacks for 2 turns. And I could have played the Hemokinesis to do a lot of damage, but I wanted to avoid splitting the slime at the moment. When it's at 50% HP or less, it splits. And if you can get that health even lower, then it splits lower. So, say if it hits the 33 mark, where he normally would split, he would split into 2 slimes worth 33 apiece, essentially doubling his health. But if I can get him down to, say, 10 HP before he splits, he'll split into 2 10 HP slimes, meaning that it's only going to be 20. So right now he's been interrupted, which means he's going to split this turn, so we're going to do an extra 13 damage. I don't want to use my potion here just because I'm going to have to use it later for potentially the boss or another elite. But we have a nice set of attacks here. That should clean up the rest of this fight. I do like a Shrug It Off here. Extra card draw is always nice. Frozen Egg. Whenever you add a power card to your deck, upgrade it. So we're going to be on the lookout for upgraded power cards now. Like Dark Embrace. That's honestly a really good one. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. It pairs well with our True Grit. So we're going to take that. And hope for a Feel No Pain later. This is Lagavulin. He sleeps for 2 turns and wakes up on the 3rd. So I'm going to try not to break his armor until I want to. Because then I can do things like this. Apply Shockwave. So now he's going to be vulnerable and weakened for more turns. So I'm really going to be focused on just trying to whittle him down. Because I definitely can heal myself at a different time. So here I'm going to True Grit, away a Strike. Since I don't really need it, I've got more in my deck. If I exhaust a card, it gets taken out of my hand for the rest of this fight, but then comes back the next fight. Exhaust decks are very strong with Ironclad, especially when he gets Dark Embrace and Feel No Pain, which give block and draw for exhausted cards. Log of Ulin is using a strategic attack against me. I believe it lowers my attack, my strength and dexterity. So any card that I play does 1 less damage and 1 less block. Luckily, it's not really an issue. Ooh, Corruption is a funny one. Do kind of want it, though. Incense Burner. Every 6 turns, gain 1 intangible. So here's Corruption. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill exhausted. Very, very risky, especially at this point. But it should allow us to play more of what we want to. As long as we don't completely run out of resources. So like right here, I'm gonna not play those defense to try to keep from playing all of my good stuff. That does 10, that's perfect. Does more damage. Clothesline plus does more damage. So still not in a bad spot. This also pairs well with my Dark Embrace, so I can hopefully get to my attacks when I need them. There's a relic called Dead Branch, which would be very, very nice right here. Dual wield. No. Dead Branch would allow me to... It makes a card whenever another card's exhausted, so it just kind of chains into itself. We're going to remove a card. Probably one of these strikes. I just don't really want to be seeing it whenever I draw a card. And this is nice. I currently won't take any damage, or at least I'll only take 1 due to my Incense Burner. I would have liked it on the next turn, and I probably could have planned for it a little better, but that's okay. A little bit of synergy right there. I also get to draw more cards due to these guys putting dazes into my deck. So for every daze that exhausts at the end of turn, since they're ethereal, that means if this card's in my hand at the end of turn, it's exhausted. I get to pretty much draw my full hand every time. So 4 exhaust, 4 draw. And now I get some extra benefit out of my armaments. We'll do this one. It won't kill it, but we got enough to kill it next time to prevent taking some damage. We'll just end turn. Let our cards get drawn for us. I'm definitely gonna just not play the Hemokinesis at the moment to keep as much health as possible. And it looks like our next fight is the guy up there, is the boss. White beast statue is nice. Searing blow. Is that what my deck wants to do? I'm on Ascension 0. I can afford it. So what Searing Blow does is you can upgrade it as many times as you want at campfires. Makes it really easy to play. Oh, I should have armamented that first. That's okay. Just for a little extra weaken and vulnerable. So this is the Guardian, 240 health. He's got an ability called Sharp Hide. Whenever he gets into a ball, he does 3 damage to you if you hit him. Perfect. I hit what I wanted it to. I'm gonna do this. So I do take a good bit of damage, but I'm definitely doing more to him than he is doing to me. Okay, so I can't kill him quite yet. I need one more turn. And there we go. And here's where we start to have a little bit of fun. We get a rare card reward after beating a boss. So Demon Form Plus at the start of turn, gain 3 strength. Offering, lose 6 HP, gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards, and exhaust. Berserk Plus, gain 1 vulnerable at the start of your turn, gain energy. So if we're going with a Searing Blow build, really don't need the Demon Form. Maybe a Berserk's nice, but I kind of do like the Offering a bit better here. Snecko Eye. Okay, this is a boss reward. They are stronger than normal. They're stronger than normal relics. So what we have here is Black Blood, which is an upgrade to Burning Blood. So instead of 6, we'll heal 12 HP. Tiny House. Upon pickup, obtain 1 potion. Gain 50 gold, raise your max HP by 5, obtain a card, and upgrade a random card. Could be strong, but Snecko Eye. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards. Start each combat confused. Confused means the energy cost of your cards are randomized. If a card has 2 or more energy, it's generally good to pick up Snecko Eye. Especially with Corruption here, since it makes our skills cost 0. So we can kind of just cycle through things. So I'm definitely going to take that. Sometimes Snecko causes problems. But we could deal with the Snecko problems when we get to the Snecko problems. So here, like, this is a perfect example. Corruption Plus. Costs 3 now instead of 2, which kind of sucks. But as soon as I play this, all of my skill cards are going to be free. So now I can do this. Should make the fight a bit easier. And occasionally I get to play cards for free. I also got my offering card on my instance burner proc. It's real nice. Which means I can do a bunch of damage without much repercussions. Looky there. Picked up my Searing Blow for a whopping 0. Almost strike? I think I'm okay there. Preserved Insect. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less health. There are 3 elites here. We're gonna run with it. Okay, the birds. BYRD. They attack a lot, which means strength is great for them. It adds 1 to each hit that they do. And the fact that they're flying means they receive less, or 50% less damage from incoming attacks. And the effect cancels if they get hit by 3 individual hits. So stuff like my Searing Blow that deals 16 damage only deals 8, which is not great. So we're just gonna defend up this turn. And hope for something better. That did not happen. But this is okay. The weakening makes it effectively no damage. It's a little unfortunate I didn't get my Corruption early. Corruption, Dark Embrace. And now we can do some silly things. Hoping for more 0-cost attacks. We'll do Searing Blow. And cycle it through a couple times to try to get it as much as we can. Okay, not this time. That's okay. See, sometimes it gives, sometimes it takes away. That is how Snecko works. So, now that we know how Snecko works, Anger is not a very good card for us. None of these are really that great. So we're going to skip a Swiftness Potion. Probably want that over Explosive. Curse, right. So, occasionally you get these events. Sometimes give you something good, a lot of times gives you something bad. As the difficulty increases with our Ascension levels, then it's going to be increasingly bad versus good. So I'm not going to take this. It gives me a curse called Wraith, which is unplayable, which is as it sounds, and Innate. Innate means that it's in your hand at the beginning of combat. So it just takes up one of those precious initial draws. It's just not that great. If we do get the Relic and the Wraith, it kind of cancels each other out, so we're just going to leave here. Ooh, Apparitions. So the Council of Ghosts is offering us Apparitions. They cost 1. They're ethereal, intangible. We gain an intangible, and they exhaust. So just like our incense burner, it's very interesting. It's good with our corruption, and we get 5 of them. Yeah, we're gonna take them. Because now we get to do really funny stuff. So I get to play that for free now. So hopefully that should make a lot of our future encounters a lot easier. Just because for the next 4 turns, I'm only taking 1 damage. So... And now I can even save this apparition to only be played when I want to be played it. Because when it's upgraded, it loses the ethereal effect, which would make it exhaust if I didn't play it. So very good for this enemy in particular. Got letter opener. Anytime you play 3 skills, deal 5 damage. Feed. Isn't necessary. I mean, at this point, it's nice. But we are going to continue to upgrade Searing Blow. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, heal 15 HP. Now looky here. Corruption. Offering. Dark Embrace. And now we are set up. We can just do whatever we want now. Reckless Abandon. Because we're cool like that. Now that's 31 damage exactly. It's not what I want to do. Okay, essentially what I'm trying to do here is play Feed as my last card. So, 14. Not great. Feed on the last turn makes it to where we gain some HP, so we're going to raise our HP by 4. So that's an extra 10th we added, essentially. Taking the energy potion over here over block due to the apparitions. Here's an interesting elite. We got the Gremlin Leader that spawns these little gremlins. So they do a certain attack or defensive strategy whenever there is gremlins on the board. That. And they all do different things. See, I didn't play that apparition. It just kind of goes away. Right now they're trying to summon since they don't have any on the board. possibility of just winning next turn. There's my feed. It's unupgraded, but that's okay. 3 HP is 3 HP. I miss out on 1. Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block. That's perfect. That does what my block potion was doing earlier. Okay. Offering. Second offering's nice. Card remove's also good. Might take another offering. In regards to relics, Pen Nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. Always good for the Ironclad. And then Orange Pellets. Whenever you play a power, attack, and skill in the same turn, remove all your debuffs. It would be great if we weren't using Snecko Eye. I would not recommend taking Orange Pellets and Snecko Eye. Just because whenever you draw your first hand, you don't have the option to use Orange Pellets until you've already drawn it. And that gets rid of your confusion. For us, we want to keep the confusion. It actively helps our strategy. Got an intangible turn, which is really nice. Wanting to grab the corruption that's currently at the bottom of our deck. The Book of Stabbing. What does it do? As it hits us, it has the painful stabbing effect. Painful stabs. Whenever you receive attack damage from this enemy, add a wound into your discard pile. A wound is just an unplayable status. Makes it tough to do anything with. So, you're going to want to exhaust those or just prevent taking damage. HP. Red Skull isn't really great for us. Bloodletting is good. Energy for health. Especially when we got apparitions. Don't want to use it here though, just because we're not drawing any cards. A little tip with the Centurion and Mystic here. The Mystic will always try to heal if the Centurion has taken 20 damage or more during a turn. And if you attack the Mystic first and kill it, then the Centurion attacks with a big attack every single turn. So we're going to want to try to prevent that from happening. Go ahead and exhaust that. Feed and a bloodletting to just keep going on these enemies. Another armament, probably not necessary. We'll go with Searing Blow upgrade. We'll see how big we can get it. Welcome the Champ. He does a lot of big hits and has a lot of health, so we're going to want to get rid of some of that. We'll keep him vulnerable and weakened, as well as trying to keep some apparitions on us if we can. $40 damage. Seems pretty good. See if I can... Oh, I have to use that this turn. I had completely forgotten what corruption does for a moment. And thought I still had my armaments. I was trying to wait for that to come back up, and it didn't. It was okay. Yeah, we'll just keep doing some damage. Keep peppering a little bit. $191. Not bad. Means he's currently splitting. So kind of like what the slime boss did, but he's going to get rid of his effects down here. So we're just going to want to do some damage. We'll actually use some potions here. Let's see if we can get back around to purity. Have 3 or fewer cards in hand, draw, and discard pile combined. I don't think I did that game, but I appreciate the sentiment. Here's just a little bit more damage, which is nice. See, and now this is what we save an apparition for. 27 times 2. Do need to see about doing some damage though. Oh, 0 cost bash. That is exactly what we needed to see. Get rid of these. It might be a 3 potion fight. Perfect turn for that to come up, even though it wasn't needed. Barricade. Lock is not removed at the start of your turn. Could be good. Already got a corruption, don't need that. And an offering, another offering. Do I want a barricade? Could be nice. We'll try it. Okay. Sacred Bark. Double the effectiveness of potions. Coffee Dripper. Gain energy. You can no longer rest. Cursed Key. Gain energy at the start of turn. Whenever you open non-boss chest, obtain a curse. We're going to go with Coffee Dripper here. Just because we already heal. Elites. There is 3 elites path. We're going to try to take. We'll go up this way. We are currently in the final act. So now we have a little bit more room where we can work with 4 energy. We can only be randomized up to 3, which is nice. Drop kick. Deal 8 damage if the enemy is vulnerable, gain energy, and draw a card. Would be nice. Would be nice. We're gonna skip it. We're gonna skip it for now. Damage. We're gonna look for feed here. Just gotta keep in mind the more things I play, the more damage I'm going to do. Okay, should be enough. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand. Interesting. Start league combats at 2 strength. Madness. I think I want to not pull as many strikes. Okay, we got a card game. Don't want that. Sure, Swift Strike. And Clash. And Brutality, why not? Okay, game. All 3 of those cost 0. They don't help. I think we're gonna shift where we go. I don't need that many more relics for what I'm trying to do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 campfires potentially for more searing blow upgrades. Yeah, see, this is where the problem starts to come in. So now we've got a bunch of junk. Clash is essentially unplayable with what we're trying to do. And Swift Strike, if it's not 0, it's not really worth much. It doesn't exhaust and doesn't have any other effects besides just being worth or costing 0. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Look, I can play Clash for a lot of damage. 18. We'll just take them out with Clash. Warpaint upgrades 2 skills in my deck. Searing Blow. Nunchaku's nice. Every 10 attacks we play, we gain an energy. Searing Blow. Bottled Lightning. What do I want on my first hand? Probably an Offering. And I gotta take something out of my hand here. Swift Strike, gotta go. There's no more shops, is there? No. We could take a waffle. Up to 66 health. Okay. There you are, Dark Embrace. So now we can just load up on all of our defense, and it won't matter. Stuff like Clash is now playable. Now we only have 7 cards to go through every turn, which we draw every time. Searing Blow, Clash, Bash, Hemokinesis. We'll hang on to the feed. So we know after we get rid of all of our skills, we have a guaranteed hand. What we know what it's going to be. Now we're hoping for a good feed hand. That is not. $69 HP. Nice. Deal damage equal to block. Could be nice. Corruption's nice. We'll go ahead and play Brutality here as well. Nothing else to play though. That's okay. Dark Embrace. And now all the goodies. And an early feed, which is nice. The only unfortunate part is I didn't get my barricade in, but we can now. $86 damage, casually. As one does. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 2 strength. Would be nice, but the boss we're going into doesn't exactly like that. I will upgrade my bottled offering here. Just to draw 5 cards. At the start of turn. Guarantee. So I do want to kind of be mindful of what powers I'm playing, because this guy will gain strength because of it. Because he has the ability Curiosity. Whenever a power is played, gain 1 strength. We're gonna do this for the armaments into Searing Blow, so that's 53 right now. 63 right now. Then we're gonna Corruption. Start playing some of our apparitions. 94 is huge. 21 damage. Plus a few additional health from feed. We're gonna save those. He also has Unawakened, which means he hasn't awakened yet. I'll let the game speak for itself when it chooses to show what that means. Which will be right now. What? No way. He came back with another health bar? So this is what the bird does. Comes back with another health bar. 300 health. A little scary, but nothing that's not manageable. Especially since I've prepared for it at least a little bit. I still have some apparitions under my belt. Decent amount of block. So here's a good place to use that apparition. Might as well go ahead and use the second one too. So only 19 health. And to close it off, a 94 damage Searing Blow. For a final time of 53-32. And a final score of 901. For a first run, not too awful bad. So we'll take it. I feel that I've dealt a total of 34,367 damage to the heart. So, I have played this a little bit, so we'll see how this series does. How far it takes before I get a loss. So, first Ironclad run in the bag, and we will take it. So we sleep. Got a pretty good amount of stuff, including a set of unlocks, almost to the next one. So you get scored depending on what exactly you do, like floors climbed, enemy slain, if you defeat bosses without taking damage, or elites. That's pretty nice. So we're going to unlock. We get these cards for next time, so something to look forward to. And a new character, the Silent. So, awesome. So, the next time I play this, hopefully very, very soon, we're going to take a look into the Silent kit and see if we can beat that and get to the next character. So that's all I've got for today. If you hung out and watched through the entire run, thank you. Please feel free to let me know what I could do better. This is my first time trying to get a YouTube video out there, so I would love any feedback that came my way. My name is Season275. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Season275. I stream most days that I can. Hopefully I'll have a better schedule figured out soon-ish. But we do more games like this, Terraria, Legend of Zelda, all sorts of things. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link in the bio so you can come hang out and watch the Twitch streams as they happen. This was streamed on Twitch, so feel free to come hang out. But that's all I got for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!